Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review. We have a really cool episode for you laid out, and that is a massive unboxing for the latest one from 2023 from the Gundam Build Metaverse, which I managed to finish watching the 3 episodes and it was phenomenal. Definitely go take a look, and the mechs in that were phenomenal to the point where I might want to go try to buy even more. So let's take a look at the one that we are actually going to be looking at today, and it is a monstrosity, and that is going to be the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera. As we can see, this is a massive box compared to my hand. So this is packed full of really cool goodies and all that. This is actually a combination of 2 Gundams and a mobile armor, several armors to be precise. This is basically has a lot from the Gundam Psycho Gundam Mark II from Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta. This also has several armor features from the Iron Blood Orphan Long Distance Transport Booster Kutan Type 3, and it has, for the small unit that attaches to this massive unit, is based off of the Raphael Gundam from 00. So let's take a look at some of the sides on here, and we have quite a bit. So that one right here is the Typhoeus Gundam, and that basically shows us the front and back, and yeah, it can show us that it can add on several of the weapons. Looking at here, we have the what is called the Mighty Dragon Kuto Type 3, and it is a beautiful red color for it. And this all combines into the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera, which is a massive unit. And we can see it has a crud ton of special features and weapon gimmicks on here, so you could do a lot of cool dynamic action poses with this particular unit. So without further ado, let's roll opening and dive into the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera. Like always, I always love taking a look at the instruction manual first because it gives me a good understanding of what to expect in every single model. So let's take a look at what this instruction manual has to offer us right now, or at least on the cover. So we have a nice little depiction of the Typhoeus Gundam mech, again with a lovely dynamic battle scene. And this is the part with the within the build fighters and all of the newer models. They are giving cool descriptions of the pilot and the mech. And in this case, we have the builder. So we have the main unit, which comprises of the I'm going to start over. 3, 2, 1. Like always, I love taking a look at the instruction manual first. This helps me get a good dive for what I am getting myself into for the build. And I always love the art on these instruction manuals. And the cool thing is, with a lot of the newer ones, they are actually coming up with a whole bunch of cool descriptions of the mech and pilot, or in this case, builder. And since this kit comes with 2 for the price of 1, this comes with a smaller unit, which gives us a brief description of this unit, and it is both in English and Japanese, so you don't need to worry about breaking out your Google Translator. So it talks about both this unit and the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera and the Typhoeus Gundam here, and a brief description of the pilot. So this is already looking really nice, so let's take a look at the first page. I would always recommend looking at the very first page. This is going to give you a brief overview of everything you're going to need and what all the parts and runners you're going to have. As we can see, we have a lot of runners and they're all nice and neat and in color. So this is going to help tremendously with planning your model when you're wanting to build this. And as we can see, there are several little X's on here, if you can possibly zoom in. These are basically indicating these are parts that we don't need. I would still save these because you could always kit bash, especially these are always really fun to kit bash. And so you have all the way up to Q onto this one. So we have a ton of parts ranging from small to big. We even have a cool stand here. And we also have another stand here for our action pose for a lot of our smaller stuff. And we also have our little stickers. So this does a really good job with giving us an overview of everything. And it even gives us a cool little step-by-step of what each of these units are going to look like at the end. So let's kind of keep diving in. So standard, we have basically the head assembly, body assembly, several going through, and it's fairly self-explanatory as we can just go through. It shows us the waist units, legs, how to assemble the Typhoeus Gundam, and we also start going into the weapons. So there's a plethora of different types of weapons that we can do. This is basically the blaster from Iron Blood Orphans, which is, I believe, a 120mm smoothbore cannon. So yeah, that's basically what a tank has. But moving on, we have the parts for the like these are like the shields, or in this case, like the bottom boosters for the Chimera unit. So this is actually kind of a fun, cool idea, and this is going to give you a lot of really cool posability. This is also how the armor pieces just attach, and slowly you are making the full Typhoeus Gundam Chimera armor as we keep going. And final assembly, this is actually kind of cool where you actually have multiple hands, just like from the Mark II from Zeta Gundam. So you could do laser beams of, you know, kind of cool if you want to explore those with a lot of special effects. And we have the boosters, just like how it is with the next we have the part for the Kuten's boosters. So this is where we start building the rockets and the actual portion of the main body and the grappler arms that act as like side armor to connect to it. And it just connects just like that. And we have a cool battle stand, and we have multiple different types of attachments that we can do depending on which configuration we want. This is also another really cool thing where we have where the little funnels that can attach to all of this, and how we have where we can actually have the leg portions come off and act as like grapples. And we also have a part of the top of the shields or arms that can actually come out as well. And we have this picture depicting the funnels like I mentioned earlier, and fairly easy assembly. And then it just, you have the option of actually turning it into the Twin Dragon Kutan. And I love this page that it is in color, and it just shows how to do the transformation into its flight mode. And this is the basic back of it, and It gives us kind of cool different types of articulation. So yeah, this is looking like a really cool model. This has a lot of parts. So let's just take a quick overview of what's actually inside the box and go from there. Like I said before, this is a massive of a box. As you can see, my hand is really, it can't even go past the box. So again, I just love this art depiction, but let's take a look on the actual inside of this. Alrighty, starting off, we have a lot of cool parts. Here is the stands that it comes with, and the part of the Kutan and its blasters here. And we have various parts. We have the canopy, PVC, and various other parts for the main body of the aircraft. The packaging is really nice. Each packaging has at least 2 runners each. So it is a really thick box. We also have our little sticker sheets. The coloration is not too bad for the model. We have the funnels right here, so that's going to be kind of fun. There's a lot of detail on here that's it's going to be really fun to do. And this is where we have the boosters. So this is a fairly good size for the boosters. And on the other side, we have the parts for the arm grapplers that are on the spaceship unit. And then we have parts for the Typhoeus and various other armor pieces. And we also have our cables for the arms. And I believe on this one, we have we get 2 things on here. So we can do quite a few effects packages with this. And we have the remaining cables right here for the leg portion. Okay, that's going to conclude this unboxing of the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera. And yeah, this is a massive kit, and this is going to be a really fun kit to start building from the Build Metaverse series, which is only a 3-episode anime, so an easy watch. This was phenomenal, and to give a good understanding on actually how big this is, I actually have the Kutan Mark III right here from Iron Blood Orphans, and as you can see, it is a really big, chunky dude. So that is how big it is, and the stand actually came with it too. So this is actually a portion of what it is actually going to be. So I thought I would just showcase this from the Iron Blood Orphan series. So yeah, this is going to be a fairly good size model kit, counting that there's going to be extra weapons and stuff that are going to be coming with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any comments or future reference for any future episodes, please leave those down in the comments, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode.